Hey everybody, this is Sofiya Pasternack, and I'm just doing a really quick kind of off the cuff, not scripted, etc. video about media kits or press kits, because yesterday on Twitter I saw a tweet saying, authors who have press kits on their websites, I love y'all so much. And I quote tweeted this and said, hey, have a press kit available and it should have these things in it. And apparently that's new information for a lot of people. So I wanted to kind of expound a little bit on what a media kit is and what it's useful for and kind of what the bare minimum is to have in it. So let's go. This is my media kit on my website. And first and foremost, you want to make it really easy to find. So book bloggers, reviewers, interviewers, etc., they do so much free labor, and making things easy for them is like, yes, double thumbs up, definitely do that. So making it really easy to find on your website. I have a website where I do reviews and book interviews and that kind of thing. And usually when I do interviews, I ask the interviewee to send me a high-res photo, but I just redid these images recently and I had deleted a lot of these pictures, so I had to go looking for them, and I wanted to use the same ones that the author had sent me initially in as many cases as I could. So I had to go hunting, and a lot of them don't have downloadable high-res images on their websites. And like, for example, let me show you. I have an example on my website. So this, I'm mousing over it and there's no like interaction click button or whatever. And so I would have to save it, but I'm not going to save it. I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to drag it. So I'm going to drag it over here and it saves, but see what it saves as. It's a web page. I assume that's what the P stands for. And I can't do anything with this image. I can't open it in any of my programs. I can't edit it. I can't, I chop the backgrounds out of the other ones. I can't do anything with this. It's useless. So a lot of authors have only that on their websites. And if you are an author and you have a website, go look and see how easy it is to actually download your picture off of the website. If it's a WebP and I can't find anywhere to actually download, then I will just take a screenshot of the image because I don't have any other option. And those are always terrible. Those always have really bad resolution. So do you and any bloggers or reviewers a favor and definitely have an option to actually download pictures. So on most of mine, I was able to find decent high res ones, but like even you can see like the difference kind of between Rosie and Kristen. I found a high res one for her, but I couldn't really find one of those for Rosie. And so she's a little bit grainy in this picture. I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah. And then also finding high-res book covers for Rosaria's, you can see that the text up here is kind of pixely because I couldn't find a good high-res photo of her book cover. And I realized that for any of these, I probably could have found something if I had dug deeper, but I have dozens of these that I need to get through and I don't have time to dig around, and neither does any book blogger, neither does any reviewer. They all do this largely for free. It's free labor. They do it out of love, and so making it easy for them is really important. So I don't remember why I got on that, but let's move on. Okay, so that's my little image soapbox that I'm going to hop off of right now. So in my tweet that I tweeted out, I said, have a short bio and a longer bio. So that's what I've got right here. In general, aim for the small bio being about 50 words and your longer bio being about 100 words. It doesn't have to be exactly either of those. I don't think this is 100 words, but in general, you don't want to, your big bio shouldn't be 1,000 words and your small bio shouldn't be 5 words, that kind of thing. So 50-ish, 100-ish. Different publications will have different stipulations, but in general, if you've got those, then you'll be pretty good to go. I also said have your agent and publisher contact information, which I've got up here at the top. So this is my agent, this is my agency, and this is my agent's public contact information. You can find this on this website. You can find it on, to submit anything to her. This is what you would email. I don't have like a different secret email address for her. I don't know if any of my agent siblings do. For for what I understand, this is basically her contact for everything. And so that's what I put on here. If she had a different, like if she had a Gmail that she communicated with clients with, I would not want to put that on here because that's not for the general public. That's her personal email, and don't put people's personal information up on your website. Over here for my publisher, here's the publishing house, and here's my imprint. If you're part of an imprint, it's handy to have that just for the information of bloggers. If they don't want it, then they don't have to use it. But if they do want it, having to ask you and then wait for you to reply is kind of a pain in the butt, or having to go digging. So again, in the interest of like making things easy, just have all the information you can. I don't have my editor's information on here because she has, the editor that edited Anya and the Dragon and Anya and the Nightingale no longer works at this imprint. So I don't have her info on here because if you were to email her about it, she doesn't handle my stuff anymore. Really, so I've got my ARC inquiries on here. If you want ARCs, email this email address. And I put this on here because I used to get a lot of emails from bloggers about, hey, can we have an ARC for your book? And here's some information for anybody out there who is involved in book reviewing at all. Authors generally don't have ARCs, so they don't have access to a lot of ARCs. For Anya and the Dragon, I got 4 ARCs. Actually, I got 4 initially, and then I think I asked for some extras, so I got 2 extras, so I got 6 total paperback ARCs. And then for Anya and the Nightingale, I got 1 ARC. I had 1 single ARC for it. So if somebody had asked me, oh, hey, can I have that ARC? I would have said, no, you can't. I had a PDF copy of the ARC, but for the physical one, I only had 1 of those. So, and that's not that uncommon for authors to only get a little tiny, meager handful of ARCs for their own personal use. The publisher themselves has way more access, and contacting them directly rather than going through the author is going to be faster and easier for you. So that's why I've got this on here. I asked my publicist, hey, I've got all these people sending me requests for ARCs. I don't have any. Where do I send them? And she said, yeah, just have them email this. And so you email this email address and say, hi, I'm so-and-so. Here's my blog. This is where I review. May I have an ARC for this book? And you may or may not get it. I don't know. It depends on them. I don't control any of it. Sorry. And then also, so the original person who had posted that, authors who have press kits, I love you. When I retweeted my thing, she also added, hey, include contact info for, booking or inviting to festivals and conferences and that kind of thing. And I thought, oh my gosh, I don't have that. That's such a good idea. So I added it right here, just a little blurb. So to invite me to conferences, and I don't even know, the TBA, right? I emailed my publicist and asked her because I would assume that it's her, but I don't want to just make that assumption. I want to ask. And then also I want to make sure that I have the correct email, because if there's like a different email, I want to put that on here and not her personal HMH email. This picture is not my downloadable one. I should make it downloadable just for politeness sake. So anyway, yeah. All right. So we went over the short and long bio, the agent and publisher contact information, and then we're going to scroll down here to high-res downloadable images. And I kind of showed you early, like up here, what happens if you are, as the website manager, don't make things easily downloadable. It's just that web page. And then I would have to like screenshot this, and then it would turn out grainy, and it's just bleh. So in your best interest as an author, make sure you've got good downloadable stuff. And so when you tab over these, you can see that you get the little hand to interact. So if you click on it, it takes you into my Dropbox. So you can download stuff out of my Dropbox. And on this side of the Dropbox, right, the reviewer blogger end, when you can click on it and find my picture, that's what that looks like. But on my end, I have a special folder in my Dropbox called Press Kit, and I've got different versions of my cover. So I've got kind of the flat version of the cover, which is just the image. But then I've also got this 3D image because I worked really hard to create these, and I want to shove them in people's faces. And then for Anya and the Dragon, because it got the STBA honor, I have one image that has the sticker on it, and then another image that does not have the sticker on it. It only has this little blurb right here. So just in case somebody doesn't want the one with the sticker on it, they don't have to use it. And then I have JPEG versions of my author photos, but I don't have those linked. I only have the PNGs linked for the reason we talked about earlier. Did I talk about that earlier? I don't know if I talked about it, because I filmed this video before and it didn't film with sound, so I'm refilming it. A smart person, told me once, somebody who's way more savvy with media than I am, told me that PNGs are preferred because they are easier to scale. You don't lose resolution when you go up or down, and you do lose that resolution with JPEGs. So having PNGs is better for the downloadable images on your website. And I don't know, I'm not a media guru, I don't know, but everything I have on here is a PNG, just because, in case that's true, I don't want to cause any weird resolution stuff. So there you go. So here's all of my clickable, downloadable PNGs. And then down here, I also have in past interviews I've done, just in case somebody wants to see. You don't need that. I just have it there. So that's it. I mean, really, a media kit's not that complicated. And once you have it set up once, it's pretty easy to just make small changes and updates. So if you got a new agent, you do a little update. If you get a new publisher, or, you publish a book through a different house than your first one, and now you have 2 publishers, you just include all the different info for both, but make sure you indicate, this publisher published this book and this other publisher published this other book, so people aren't requesting the wrong arcs or the wrong books from the wrong publisher. That would be embarrassing. Something that I also recommend is having a Trello board of all of this information. And I recommended this a little while ago on Twitter, of any reviews you've gotten of your books, any good reviews that you've gotten that you want to share, have that saved into a Trello board, make a new card for every review, and you can have them at your fingertips no matter where you're at, because it's a web-based program. It's a web-based app. So no matter where you go, you have it. And unlike on my computer right here, I have all of this saved, but if I'm on my phone and I get an email from someone and they say, hey, can you send us the blah, blah, blah? And I, will be like, yeah, but I'm not next to my computer, so it'll be a while. And I just kind of feel like a turd doing that. And also I will forget. I will 100% straight up forget to email anyone anything. So I have everything saved on a Trello, and I will just go in there, copy it real fast, and then email it back. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And so I recommend that for reviews, for good reviews, and then for all of this information. So have one card that has your bio, your little bio in it, and another one for the big bio and your agent's information. And you can save pictures into Trello. I don't know if you need to do that necessarily, but having them on hand is not a bad idea, just in case. So yeah, that's all. I'm done now. So thanks for tuning in. I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions about press kits, media kits, and stuff like that, leave a comment down below and let me know. And I will try to get you an answer as soon as I can. So have a nice day. Bye.